Mexican War of Independence, September 16th, 1810 through September 27th, 1821. The major holidays of Mexico come from their conflict with Spain and their unwillingness to live their lives as slaves to a foreign ruler. In honor of our courage and tenacity of the Mexican people and in celebration of Mexican Independence Day, we give you 10 things to know, facts about Mexican Independence Day. Mexico was seeking independence after being enslaved for 300 years. In the early 1500s, Spain took control of Mexico and renamed it New Spain. For the next 300 years, the Mexican people were forced to labor in mines and on farms for the Spaniards. 2. Independence Day is September 16th, not May 5th. Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, the date celebrating the victory of the Mexican people over Spain at the Battle of Puebla in 1862, is on May 5th. It is a 2-day celebration. This is number 3. September 15th is a reenactment of El Grito de Dolores, the Cry of Dolores. September 16th is then a grand celebration for Dia de Independencia, similar to the 4th of July in the United States. The man who led the Mexican War for Independence was a priest. Don Miguel Gregorio Antonio Ignacio Hidalgo Costilla and Gallaga Mandarte Villaseñor was more commonly known as Father Hidalgo. Yes, that was a mouthful. He gave El Grito de Dolores at his church to his congregation, signaling the beginning of the Mexican War of Independence. Number 5. October 2nd was the original date of the revolt. The Spanish government was quickly killing off revolutionaries, so Father Hidalgo moved the date for the start of the revolt up to September 16th. Father Hidalgo was captured and killed in 1811. Within the first year, Father Hidalgo was captured and killed, but the war continued for the next 11 years to a victorious conclusion for the Mexicans. Mexico got their independence in 1821. The Declaration of Independence of the Mexican Empire was finally declared on September 28, 1821. The first presidential election wouldn't be held for another 2 years. The Cry of the Independence is reenacted each year by the current Mexican president. At 11 p.m. on September 15th, the President of Mexico rings the bells at the National Palace in Mexico City. Then he recites a variation of El Grito de Dolores, first given by Miguel Hidalgo in 1810 to rally the people of Mexico. The actual wording of the original grito is lost, and there are many variations of the original used. During the time they do El Grito, they always say, Viva Mexico, and then the people in the crowd yell back, Viva! And he does that about 3 or 4 times. Mexican Independence Day is celebrated around the world. Aside from celebrations throughout Mexico, there are celebrations in Mexican communities all over the world. Major cities like Houston, Texas, Los Angeles, and San Diego, California have large celebrations for Dia de Independencia. The symbolic meaning of the Mexican flag. Green, the vertical green stripe on the left represents hope. White, the vertical white stripe in the center represents Catholicism and the purity of the Mexican faith. Then its meaning evolved to represent unity. Red, the red vertical stripe on the right represents the blood shed by the revolutionaries of independence. National emblem. Aztec legends state that their god, Huitzilopochtli, advised the Aztecs people to build their capital in a place where they saw an eagle and eating a snake while perched on a cactus. They will build the capital, Tenochtitlan, there, and is now the main square in Mexico City.